Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday evening community call. I'm your co host, Robin, along with Gregory, and he is here. He's not on screen at the moment. There he is. Hi, honey. Up, you're on mute, hon. Unmute. You can do
Unmute and I stop the music.
it.
Good
Okay.
evening, everyone. We're here.
We're here and
You are too.
we get together every Monday evening as a community to really celebrate life success, LifeWave, give you updates, what's going on with the Live Younger community, what's going on with the LifeWave community, what's going on, and then we many times we get to have some special guests on like we do tonight. So we're going to jump right in and start out and have Brenda unmute her phone and put her camera on because Brenda Brookman is one of our directors, and she actually became a director a while ago, several months ago, and there was a lot going on in Brenda's life. She is a woman of great service to many, and she has been in a support role with her husband going through some surgery and a good friend who is dealing with a loss and helping her and her husband. We're so grateful to have you. And I got to see Brenda yesterday, didn't we?
It
In
was
Minnesota.
awesome. It was totally awesome.
It was great to be together in person, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we were in Minneapolis together, and I was there for another event. And when I'm in that close, I got to see my local team. So we had a gathering at Lori's house, Lori Endry's house, and Angela Shaughnessy and their team, and Brenda came with some of her people and other people from other teams. It was not a big group; it was a home meeting, so we didn't broadcast it widely because it was a home meeting, but we did get together, and so I got to have a really wonderful visit with Brenda today and learn that Brenda does things that I think a lot of us can learn from. And Brenda, could you share with people? Brenda has a lot of customers, and she takes really good care of them. She takes really good care of her brand partners. Would you share a little bit about what you do to stay in touch with people? Because, this is a great success tip for everyone to learn from.
Well, I use the MailChimp mail service, and I use the free service. I don't use the integration or anything fancy. I still use the free one. And so I put all my prospects in there because when I talk to somebody, I always say, if you're not interested, or, when we're finally through everything and they don't want to sign up, I'll just say, do you want me to keep you on my email list so that when we have promotions, new products, whatever, would you like to know about that? And so I have a list of a lot of people that still keep getting my emails unless they unsubscribe. But I do that. I put my brand partners, I put my customers, I put my brand partners, customers, and brand partners. So I kind of do it for my whole downline if they want it, because they don't have time to reinvent the wheel. But because the company doesn't usually send out information on promotions for customers. I mean, I have seen a couple customers get some, but I some don't and some do. So I just send it out to everybody because most people don't read their email. So I send that out when there's a new product, new promotions. And then when I send out that email, I have links in that email, like to maybe another document or a 55-page, LifeWave story or whatever. I have a lot of links in this email to educate people because
Beautiful.
I might have just met them. So they haven't gone through what everybody else has gone through. So the other people, they just skim over that. But I put a lot of educational information in there and then I send it out. And then I can track it, through the reports and see all that stuff and see who looks at whatever and kind of get a feel, kind of like the app, who's looking at what.
That is
Then I use a texting service, and then I text them and say, I just sent out an email about such and such. And then I will also attach the link to the MailChimp email in case they don't want to go look in their email. They can just look at it there, but there's also a trackable link there that I can see who opened it. So I can kind of see who's really interested and who isn't. And you don't need to have that, but it's kind of handy.
Oh my gosh, you just laid a whole bunch of gems on this community, my dear, because as Gregory has shared, retention comes from connection, communication, and education, and you're doing it, all of it. And you're doing it with your prospects, with your customers, and your brand partners. You're staying in touch. How often do you send out messages?
Well, I send out, so the texting service I use more. So I will send out the Sunday night doc talks, and I can just go in there and check who I want to send it to. Which is nice because before I was trying to do it manually and I lost my mind. So now so if I know somebody's on vacation or something, I don't bother checking them to get it this week. And my organization isn't that big, so it's doable. But I'll check certain people, and then I'll just say, here's and then sometimes if I don't send it out, I'll have people say, well, didn't it happen? What's going on? Or like Father's Day or Mother's Day. So it's like, I have to remember to set it up, because each time I set it up, I do it individually, because not everybody gets it the same. Because some people will then end up unsubscribing. So I have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But so if there's a promo, I'll text them and do that. I'll do David's webinars, his monthly webinars. I'll send out the link for that.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
then once I get the replay, I will send that out later.
I love
Of
it.
that.
This is so fabulous, and I hope everyone's really taking note, because MailChimp is a free service that you can use. It's not as complicated as a CRM, and you can put all your people in and you can create different lists, which is fabulous. And then you shared with me earlier that you reach out to your customers prior to them getting their monthly subscription. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I put a notification in my phone that, so-and-so's auto ship is going to be coming due. And then I remind them, not everybody needs this. Some people are totally fine on their own, and I know who those people are. But I have a lot of elderly people and people that aren't computer savvy. So I will remind them and say, do we need to make any changes? And sometimes they'll say, I don't need anything this month. So I'll just move it out to the next month, because sometimes I'm handling their ordering. Um, and it is what it is. I'm still getting points. That's all. It's all good with me. So and that way they can say, oh, I'm having a problem, or
I got a
ask me about
question.
something.
Yes. Wonderful. I mean, I think we can all learn from this, of just that consistency and regular connection, and providing what Brenda does is she provides so much value for her people. And she does have a bunch of customers. She says, took me a while to get to director because I have a lot of customers. And that's so wonderful, because we all need more customers in our plan. And she takes really good care of her customers. You have pretty good retention, don't you?
I do, because I go to this extra effort, and I decided it's too much work constantly bringing in new people. If I can just concentrate on the people that I have and keep them, and then they end up, a lot of them refer people to me, the brand partners, they refer people to me, and then I work with those people. So a lot of times I'm not working with my actual people, because I've been kind of not available, to find new people. So I've been working with them, helping them get people, which helps get them to a certain level, which then helps me get to a certain level.
That's so beautiful. Well, do you have any other final comments you want to share? People are loving what they're hearing from you, my dear. Loving it.
The
Yes.
other thing that I do is I made a Linktree page, and I put all the links, because we have so many links. It's insane. So I have a bunch of links on that Linktree page, and I give it to my brand partners and say, if you need, this link to this document, or this link to the Monday morning chats, or the link to the Connie Zoom, or I mean, I got videos, I got documents, you name it. I got it all on there. Because when I talk to new people, my mind just goes blank. It's like, I don't even know what to give you. So I just use that Linktree
Okay.
page.
Well, would you tell us what Linktree is? Because some people are familiar and some aren't.
All I know is it's a page. It's just a page where you can put all your links in one area. But instead of, seeing HTTPS and the big long name, which is very ugly, you see these very nice colorful boxes or circles, and it'll say liveyounger.com, and then it'll say Sunday night Zoom doc talk. And, so then you click on it and it'll take you directly to that link.
Fabulous. So you're making it really simple for people, and that makes such a difference. Well, Brenda, what a gift you've provided for us tonight to share your wisdom and to share how you stay in touch and educate and communicate with all of your prospects, your customers, and your brand partners. And I so appreciate you being such a beautiful servant leader. And I know you go above and beyond, and you do take care of some people's people because they don't have the technology. You've got a huge heart, my dear, and we are so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Gregory.
Hey, let me share my screen again.
Wasn't that amazing what she's doing?
That's wonderful. Good job, Brenda. I'm gonna have to look into that Linktree thing.
I know, me too. We need it, honey.
Yeah. So let's see. Here we go. So new promotion. We all woke up this morning with a 7-day boost in our inbox. And so we can earn extra money by signing up to someone new that purchases an advanced or premium enrollment kit, or helping someone upgrade to an advanced or a premium, whether they are in with our basic pack or they've come in with, one of the previous packs, the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum packs. So Robin, do you want to talk briefly about this?
Well, this is a great opportunity to go into your back office, go into your organization, and and you'll be able to see who's got what kit. And you can do a sort by the kits. You can do, and so you can see if, this person had a core kit, and guess what? If they, progress to an advanced kit, guess what? There's a bonus, an upgrade bonus. So use your back office, and this is a great opportunity to reach out to people. And you get an extra bonus. Well, guess what? Some people actually share that bonus, and you might want to do that. It's not necessary, but you might want to, and that's a win for everybody.
It truly is. So the company's being very generous because you could start someone with a premium pack and make an extra $250 on what the normal $402. I think the premium pack is the PIB.
405.
405, excuse me. I got my numbers upside down there. Yeah, 405. That's a significant, that's $655 if you enroll a new brand partner with a premium kit. But if they're already in with an advanced, you can make an extra $75. So it's a very, very generous promotion. It ends midnight on Sunday. So day one is almost over. So we ought to end this call so everybody get back to work.
Good idea.
Well, we'll cover a few other things before we do that.
Things to do.
There's 10 days left for this special PC enrollment bonus. So if you sign up 3 or more PCs or PC members during this month of July, you make an extra $50. And for folks like Brenda that have lots of customers, and many of you do, that's an extra $50. You can only earn that once. Whereas the get a boost bonus, you can earn as many times as you can get it done. Unlimited. So the 10 days left for the PC bonus. The next thing I want to address, we kind of got a false start with the new version of liveyounger.com. We're calling it 3.1. Our tech team pre-launched it before it was ready for launching, so I apologize for any confusions. The audios weren't working. There were some hiccups, so we had them pull it back down, put the other one back up. But then those same problems started occurring with the other one. We've got all the audios on all the videos fixed now. And now if you go to liveyounger.com, the free version, this is what you're going to see. This is the new website. You can click on it, and I think it'll pop open right here. And you can see the new headline and the way we've set it up. And if you have your own website, it's going to look, I'll show you what it might look like, liveyounger.com. And ours is For Freedom. And you can see it'll have your header in there. So the rest is the same. except, with the free version, you don't have click here to get started, but you can go through. Most of it's all the same, a little bit of different sequencing, but we're very excited about the new David Schmidt video that's included. Meet our genius founder and inventor, the man who's responsible for this breakthrough technology that this website is doing the best we can to help educate new prospects about it. And for most people, this is a second exposure. I personally recommend you send a single video, maybe from your InTouch app. Maybe you invite them to a webinar. Maybe but you do the initial exposure, and this can be the secondary exposure, but it's an okay first exposure sometime, because if you have your own personalized app, your personalized version, you can send them to it. So we're very excited about this. And now it has a click through to the patents and the science and research section. We've added that. And that's pretty much, it's all the same for the rest. And if you have your own personal version, it has a page 2. And as you know, page 2 allows people, we'll go forward once more, or back once more. So if you want more information on getting your own version, you can go to liveyoungersubscribe.com, but we will always have the free version of liveyounger.com for everybody. So very excited. And thank you, Liz Hodges, who has been working tirelessly day and night to get all these little tweaks, working with our development team that's in the Philippines, and a little bit of time change problems, but very happy about that. So that's it for liveyounger.com. And what do we have next? Oh, hey, Robin, we better start packing because we're
I
hitting
know. Well,
again.
actually, I'm unpacking and packing at the same
You
time.
just got home last night at midnight and you're going to start packing again.
I already started. So we're going to be in Orlando, and I hope you guys are too. Who's ever coming, we're excited to see you. We get in Friday night. We'll be there through Sunday morning, and then we're off to a few other events that we're doing. So this is going to be an amazing time because David will be there live. Dr. Stacy puts on an incredible event. And so it's going to be so wonderful to be together. It's always a treat beyond words to be in the presence of David, and he keeps sneaking out stuff. So, lots is going on. And guys, we're not answering questions on this call. If you have a question you want to put in the chat, that's possible, but we don't do live questions on this call. So Saturday, 9 to 6. And I have one of our teammates that has 10 tickets that need a home. So if you know someone that needs them, reach out to me and we'll get you connected. Okay.
And be surprised if there's still tickets left, but you could try going to order tickets and see if any tickets are available.
Right.
And then Share the Light. We got it on reliable source that they are going, I believe, next week, they're going to announce the entertainment, maybe the keynote speakers, which, they're so excited they can barely contain themselves, but they're not leaking. They're doing a good job not telling any of us who it is. But they said when we announce it, we'll probably have their fans buy up the rest of the tickets that don't even know who LifeWave is. So get your tickets. And this is a hot link, so you can, there's a link here to register. And if I were you, I'd have a few extras on hand, because this is still a few months away. Here we are in July, August, September, October, still have 90 days, 3 months, 90 days actually from tomorrow. So it's 3 months from tomorrow. So, take advantage of the window of time.
And they will be providing a resource to add names to the extra tickets you bought or do exchanges. So that's coming very soon. I've put my request in to get that information, and we'll be getting it to you as soon as we get it.
Good. Okay, and your weekly reminder of renewal reports.
Oh, this is my weekly reminder. It reminds me to do it. So typically on Sundays, I go to organization and go down to the very last tab, which is membership renewals, and I look to see who needs to be renewed. And I'll either send out a text, an email, or pick up the phone. Guess what's the best thing to do is pick up the phone, connect with people, let them know what's going on, let them know about the new products. Oh my gosh, we are hearing such wonderful stories about Cellergize. I had no idea it was going to be the hit that it is.
Mhm.
People, we heard on the call this morning, it was Jana, who's a homeopath. She goes, well, I don't think blah, 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 blah. And she tried it and she went, oh my gosh, I feel so good. And and I was away in Minnesota for the last few days and I brought a little extra for my friends that I was staying with and they all tried it. And my friend Betty, she goes, I love how I feel. I want this. So it's great to share. And when we were driving, Gregory put it in his water bottle, and it was a great thing to have while driving to keep you alert and awake. So,
Mhm.
if you haven't tried it yet, I encourage you and invite you to get some and share it. And last night, yesterday, when we were doing our home meeting in Minnesota, they had samples for everyone, which is a wonderful
Mhm.
thing to do at a home party.
So
So,
everybody went home and stayed up all night.
no, well, it was just a little sample, but do reach
I
out to
don't know.
people and let them
Yeah.
know it's an annual membership. It's $25. It'll keep them with their ability to purchase at wholesale and to stay in the binary tree. And they may or may not be active, but they might want to stay in there because things are really, really exciting with LifeWave. Okay.
I think a little more detail what Jonna said this morning, and she's a homeopath, and she looked at the ingredients. She goes, "I take almost all of those things. What difference could this make?" So she took, started using, it instead to Celergize, and she was blown away of the benefits she was feeling. So if you haven't started your Celergize, if you haven't got Celergized yet, you need to do that.
Yeah, we love it. And I
Okay.
travel with it now. Yep.
So let's take a quick look at the week at a glance. And
Okay.
tomorrow evening, it's going to be an exciting call. And Dr. Velvet and Anne Moreau are going to be joining me for the live Power the Patch presentation. That's every Tuesday night. And if you've got a new prospect that, a new person in the pipeline, on Wednesday, you don't have to wait till next Tuesday because there's a 24/7 instant replay. You can just go to popwebinar.com. And that works. A lot of people use that in conjunction with using the InTouch app. It's just another way to get a quality exposure in the inbox or in the text message of your key prospects and people.
Okay.
So the rest of the week remains kind of the same. We're happy to have this basic schedule for everyone to plug into. And many of you are on teams that have additional calls. So plug in with your upline team members and the team calls that you're doing. But these calls are for everybody in the larger Live Younger community. So we're really excited to be doing this for you. And I think that pretty much wraps it up of what we had to cover here tonight. Right.
Okay. I love it. And just to let everyone know, those quick link access URLs are there every week. And if you haven't signed up for the text message service to get the 30-minute reminder, there's a place to do that. And when you bring on a new person, help them get connected, get on our Facebook group, join our email list to get the newsletters, because we go through this every week. We just want you guys well informed and up to date on what's going on with the company and what's going on with the Live Younger community because there's so much happening, so much. And we'll keep you posted when we hear new stuff. But these quick links, if you ever have a question, go there first, and you might be able to find the answer to your question. So those of you
Beautiful.
that do have the replicated website, if you need any assistance, number 3 is support at Live Younger Zendesk. I don't, is there should be a dot? Yeah, .zendesks.com. And that way you will get your support very quickly. Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I think we'll bring this
We did
call
it.
for early landing. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here with us, and we look forward to seeing many of you in Orlando this Saturday.
Great.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.